Assalamualaikum and hi guys. Today you are going to learn chapter 6, that is expression of biological information. Okay, under chapter 6.0, the first subtopic you are going to learn is DNA and genetic information. Our learning outcome today, at the end of the lesson, you should be able, first, state the concept of central dogma. Second, explain semi-conservative of DNA. Okay, firstly, what is central dogma? Okay, central dogma in general, genetic information flow from DNA to RNA to protein. Okay, I'm repeat, genetic information flow from DNA to RNA to protein. Okay, this concept was proposed by Francis Crick in 1956. Okay, this concept was proposed by Francis Crick. According to the central dogma, gene control metabolism by directing cell to make specific enzyme and other protein via the process of gene expression. Okay, for your information, expression of the gene divided into two stages. The first stage is transcription and the second stage is translation. Okay, I will explain one by one later. As you can see, this is eukaryotic cell. Okay, why I said this eukaryotic cell? The reason is this cell consists of nucleus. Okay, in the nucleus, they have a DNA. Okay, DNA contain genetic information. So genetic information of DNA will be transcribed or will be rewrite into mRNA. Okay, via transcription process. Okay, and then genetic information in the mRNA will be translated to polypeptide chain via translation process. Next, what is transcription? Okay, transcription is the synthesis of mRNA by using information in the DNA. Okay, so as you can see from the diagram, one strand of DNA serves as a template. Okay, so the information in the DNA will be transcribed or will be rewrite, okay, to mRNA. Okay, for your information, okay, prokaryotic cell transcription occur in the cytoplasm. Okay, whereas for eukaryotic cell, okay, transcription occur in the nucleus. Okay, what is translation? Okay, translation is the synthesis of polypeptide chain or protein by using the information in the mRNA. Okay, mRNA acts as a template. Okay, for transcription, DNA acts as a template. Okay, the cell translates the nucleotide sequence of a mRNA molecule into amino acid sequence of polypeptide chain. Okay, translation occur in the cytoplasm for the both cell, prokaryotic cell or eukaryotic cell. Conclusion of central dogma. First, okay, genetic information is transferred from parent cell to daughter cell via DNA replication during a space of interphase. Okay, first conclusion of central dogma. Okay, the second conclusion, okay, during protein synthesis within the cell, genetic information is transferred from DNA to mRNA via transcription process and from mRNA to polypeptide chain or protein via translation process. So they have two conclusions of central dogma. Okay, next, DNA as the carrier of genetic information. Okay, so in the eukaryotic cell, okay, this is eukaryotic cell. As I said, why this cell is a eukaryotic? because consists of nucleus. Okay, so in eukaryotic cell, DNA is wound around histone protein, okay, to form nucleosome. Okay, you can see here DNA double helix. Okay, so DNA wound around by the histone protein, okay, to form nucleosome. Okay, additional coiling and folding lead to the chromatin. Okay, additional coiling and folding lead to the chromatin. Chromatin is a thread-like structure. Okay, and then chromatin, which in turn is folded and packaged to make individual chromosome. We will continue to the second subtopic in chapter expression of biological information, which is DNA replication. Our second learning outcome is, okay, at the end of the lesson, you should be able to explain semi-conservative of DNA. First of all, what is DNA replication? Okay, DNA replication is a process of producing two identical copies of DNA from one original DNA molecule. As you can see from the diagram, from one original DNA molecule can produce two identical copies of DNA. Each of DNA consists of half new and half from original. This is called semi-conservative of DNA. There are three hypotheses in DNA replication. Okay, the first hypothesis is conservative replication. The meaning of conservative replication is the two parental strands of double helix remain intact and an all new copy is made. Okay, second hypothesis is semi-conservative replication. The meaning of semi-conservative replication is the two strands of the parental double helix separate and each function as a template for synthesis of a new complementary strand. Okay, whereas the third hypothesis is dispersive replication. Okay, dispersive replication is each strand of both daughter molecule contain a mixture of old and newly synthesized part of DNA. As you can see, the first diagram refers to the first hypothesis, which is conservative replication. This is because parental double helix remain intact and all new copy is made. Okay, the second diagram refers to the second hypothesis, which is semi-conservative replication. This is because the two strands of parental molecule are separate and each strand acts as a template for synthesize a new complementary strand. Okay, and the third diagram refers to the third hypothesis, that is dispersive replication. Okay, this is because each strand of the both daughter molecule consists of mixture old and new strand. We move to the next slide, which is DNA replication by semi-conservative. Experiments by Matthew Michelson and Franklin Stahl, 1950, is used to test the mechanism of DNA replication. These experiments support the semi-conservative model. They label the nucleotide of the old strand with a heavy isotope of nitrogen 50N, whereas any nucleotide of the new strand were labeled with a lighter isotope 14N. As you can see from the diagram, the parental generation that was cultured in 50N medium, the strand of DNA located at the lowest part of centrifuge tube. For the first generation or first replication, after the parent was transferred to 40N medium, the strand of DNA formed between the highest and the lowest part of centrifuge tube, showing that the DNA had an intermediate density called hybrid DNA. This finding supports the semi-conservative model. In the second generation or second replication, two DNA strands were formed. One strand at the same location during the F1 generation, whereas the other one at the 14N. This shows that it consists of hybrid DNA which is 14 and 15N, and the other contain only 14 and 14N. Next, each half helix could pair with their complementary nucleotide to replace its missing partner. You can refer to this diagram. You can see each half helix pair with their complementary nucleotide. For example, base adenine from template strand pair with the base thymine of complementary strand. Another one, base thymine of template strand pair with base adenine of complementary strand. As a result, there would be two DNA double helix are formed, each identical to the original. Okay, two DNA double helix are formed. 1, 2. Look at this diagram. Diagram A shows parent molecule of DNA. Always remember, base A pair with T, base T pair with A, whereas base C pair with G, base G pair with C. Diagram B shows separation of parents' strand. Each strand acts as a template. For diagram C shows the formation of daughter DNA molecule, two daughter DNA molecules. Each consists of one parental strand and one new strand. Let's overview of DNA replication. First diagram shows the original DNA molecule unwind or separate. After unwind, each strand of DNA acts as a template. So, new DNA strands are synthesized from the two original strands. The second diagram shows unduplicated chromosome. After chromosome duplicate, it's become sister chromatids. Enzyme and protein involved in DNA replication. To memorize the enzyme and protein involved, you must remember he said, please don't do lies. He for helicase. Okay, the function of helicase to unwind parental double helix. State for single strand binding protein. The function is to stabilize separate strand. Please for primase. The function of primase enzyme act a short primer to template strand. Don't for DNA polymerase 3. The function is to add new DNA nucleotide to form new strand. Do for DNA polymerase 1. The function is to remove RNA primer and replace with DNA nucleotide. And lys for DNA ligase. The function of DNA ligase to join Okazaki fragment and seal gap in sugar phosphate backbone. That's all. Thank you.